Welcome back, Teemillers, to the latest in our Christmas Teemill series. This video, we're talking about Christmas very generally, the big trends. How big is it? What have we done inside Teemill to help you make the most of it? And what can you do to replicate the results that the best Teemill stores in the world get? Plus, I believe we're going elf hunting.
We are.
More on that later. Let's get started. So big picture then, how big is Christmas really?
I mean, it's pretty big for me.
Yeah.
Pretty big for you as well, clearly.
Really big for you.
Yeah. So in general, even if you don't do anything, you can expect to see 3 times more traffic, conversion and orders, but the best stores can get 10 times the amount of sales.
So it's like for the average store that does nothing, it's kind of like a rising tide, right? There's just more. Three times more. But there is such a huge difference we find though, looking at the data, don't we, between like the average store that does a bit better at Christmas and those that just absolutely smash it. It's not really, it's not so much luck, it's more like a strategy.
Absolutely, yeah, it's strategy and method. Because also, if you're a small brand, Christmas is a fantastic time to get your work out there, because over 2/3 of people often buy from new brands. So if you make Christmas work for you, it can help your next year continue to grow as well.
Yeah, I think that's a really interesting point about Christmas, this concept of us being a small brand, looking at it as a very competitive time to kind of get your foot in the door of the market, whereas actually that's that 2/3 of people at Christmas that are trying to buy gifts for their friends and family actually look to new brands. Kind of understand that, because they're sort of looking for something different, something new. You know, the last thing you want to do is go and buy some sort of like, I don't know, muck gift. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I can say that. And so as a small independent Teemill brand doing something interesting, it's a great time to get introduced. 2/3 of customers out there are looking for brands like you. So let's go kind of back a step, the difference between the average kind of, Christmas is a bit better because it's Christmas versus the brands that are 10x or more. Those are strategies. I think one of the biggest mistakes that small brands at Christmas can make is to think that the biggest brands that get all the results are just lucky or have got more resources.
Definitely. They have a very clear strategy in place. So, for example, one of those ways they can use is starting earlier. This is because 50% of people actually start their Christmas shopping in October.
Bit of a pivot to Christmas early then.
Definitely.
In the autumn.
Yeah, massively. Yeah.
October, we didn't only just stop going down the beach, didn't we?
I know.
Pivoting straight to Christmas.
Still kind of surfing.
I think that's a really interesting point about Christmas, like in terms of where it comes from, where all of this volume comes from, all of these orders come from. Christmas is quick. As businesses, sometimes we can look at Christmas just purely in business terms. Yeah. Like, it's Christmas. How do I make my business more successful? I've always thought that the best way to approach Christmas is to remember what Christmas is. Do you know what I mean? What are you laughing at? My hand.
No, I was thinking about, Well, yeah. Oh my God.
You see that?
I can't do it.
That's a big skill at the grow. You learn that in the elf. You probably wouldn't know, but anyway. Where was I? Yeah, so like Christmas is not about it's not a commercial. It's not just pure commercial. It's about family. It's about family, and it's about people, and it's about the people that matter in your life. And actually, while businesses start getting the brave ones get the tinsel out in November or whatever, I think a lot of people are already thinking about like their family and what they want to buy for who. Yeah. Quite early.
Definitely. And if you can just reframe your products that you already have, like particularly your best sellers, as gifts, then suddenly people realise that they can come to you and sort out their whole list. Yeah.
So they've kind of like made the link in maybe like October, even if you've framed your business as bundles and gift ideas without making it super Christmassy, they kind of like, it plants a seed and they go, oh, I'm going to get that when nearer Christmas.
Yeah, yeah.
So the best brands start early. They start early. That's how to be a 10x brand, not a 3x brand, to start early. Yeah. And I think the bigger sort of strategic understanding that those great brands have is they understand that Christmas isn't just like a month or even a week or whatnot, it's a whole season. And if you can kind of make that season bigger by stretching it and starting it earlier,
yeah, definitely.
then you can get more out of it.
You can also stretch it by finishing later as well. So, for example, one of the biggest days of the Christmas season is actually Christmas Day or Boxing Day.
That's always mad, isn't it? Seeing the orders flying in on Christmas Day and Boxing Day. But it's just a little, do you think that's just a cheeky to me from me?
Oh, I think so, yeah. Sat at Christmas being like, oh, I bought that present well.
One for me?
Yes.
Yeah, we've all done it, at home, on the internet, not much on.
Yeah,
so stretching it, making sure we don't sort of get to, the postal cut-off, what's that? UK is 19th or 20th or something like that. It's important not to sort of give up at that point and realise that, there's another whole 10 days left.
Oh, definitely. Well, and if you're family focused in your personal life as well, you can just schedule everything that you want to post and let the algorithms do it for you. So you can get all that content out without missing your roasting.
And that kind of content, it might not be Christmas present orientated, right? But what do people buy during that gap? The Teemills from me's, the jumpers, and things for the
Wintery
kind of
essentials,
long sleeve tees and base layers, things for the family walk and stuff. So that's another way that you can squeeze more out of that period. So on this concept of more, I think as a brand, we spend 10 months of the year, 11 months of the year, don't we, sort of chasing customers, going out to the market and sort of trying to convince them that as a brand, we're doing some great stuff and got some great products. At Christmas, it's the reverse, where all of these customers kind of turn around and stampede towards the website. It's almost like being on an elf hunt and they're just being way more elves.
Exactly.
To find out more, we followed Santa on an elf hunt. Well, I don't know about you, but I found that fascinating. Now what we're going to do is talk a little bit more about the specific strategies. What differentiates your average brand from the kind of brands that get 10x or more results at Christmas? There's some specific things they do, and it's not just luck. In fact, when we look at some of the most exciting brands in the world, many of them have been quite unlucky.
Definitely.
Let's take a look at the Teemill Grotto. There we go, a few years back down memory lane.
Wasn't our fault.
Wasn't our fault. But despite that luck, the results come from strategy. So let's look at them. What strategies do the best stores use at Christmas?
So one really easy one is keep it simple. So make sure your navigation and everything on your store is really basically laid out so that someone can just zip in and find the products they want.
Yeah, you've got to be able to find those gifts.
Yeah. The next one is getting your best sellers and making sure you have fantastic photography for them.
I think first impressions do actually count, especially around Christmas gifts, don't they?
Yeah.
Customers really want to buy stuff, but they want to make sure that when it comes out of the bag, it's going to be really great.
Yeah.
Great original photography of your best sellers is a really good way to communicate, just how amazing that Christmas experience is going to be.
Definitely.
For their loved ones.
Yeah, and another way to boost that is by getting positive reviews on all your products.
Another thing that we can do on the store is frame our store around the concept of gifts and gift bundles.
Yeah, so bundles are a brilliant way to boost your order value as well as show your customers what they can buy for gifts. So you can set bundles at different price points, like £25, £30, £50. So when a customer comes onto your store looking for a present for their loved one, they know exactly what to buy.
Yeah, they sort of have a price in mind quite often, don't they, at Christmas?
Yeah.
And I think another thing about bundles, it really says gifts, doesn't it? You can almost imagine the bundle of products coming out on Christmas morning from the packaging. Some stores getting amazing results by putting their best sellers into bundles. And lastly, I think, to get the sale, even if your navigation is simple and your site looks fantastic because your photography is amazing and it's all set up for gifts and bundles, we need to get people onto our site to start with, don't we? How do we do that?
You need to post more. If you want more people on your site, you need to post more. That's it.
So there's some simple strategies, 5 things actually, 5 great things. Sorry, I couldn't resist that. If someone says 5 at Christmas, you've got to sing it, haven't you?
Yeah.
That you can do to get more like 10x results, stretching your season by starting earlier, making the most of it, and getting more out of every day through the things we've just described. What are we going to do then for you at Christmas?
So one of the things is we've set up brand new factories to handle all of the orders and get them all out on time.
And I think that's something that at Teemill we take really seriously, making sure that we're investing in the infrastructure that you need to make sure that your customers get a great service, the same kind of service and experience they get throughout the rest of the year. And there's also some work on products and stock.
Yeah, so with that in mind, we've got loads more stock so that your customers never miss any of their favourite products. So yeah, and we've also created, as well as like real products and brand new teas and products and things that you can sell your designs on. We've got amazing digital assets to help you boost your store at the festive season.
That's right, new products, loads of stock, but also the digital assets. And I just want to touch on that for a minute because that's really important. When you go into Teemill this Christmas, especially in your drive, you're going to find it packed with digital assets, ads, posters, photos, and new designs that you can use on your store, on your products, on your socials to boost traffic, get more sales, and really build excitement with your customers. We hope you enjoy what you found in Teemill, stuff you can download and share on top of the other 5 great things.
5 great things.
5 great things. That's all for this video, I think. We'll end on that note. Hope you found that useful. Let us know how you get on with elf hunting. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already at Teemill Store, and we'll see you next time.